Hey YouTube, Elite Legionario here, bringing you a quick 1 versus 1 for Medieval 2 Total War, just on the grassy plains. I'm in command of my favourite faction, the Holy Roman Empire, and I'm facing off against Scotland under the command of Maxi90. This was a 10k game. The rules were 5-2, so that's 5 cav max, only 2 missile cav, and the rest is just no artillery and no elephants if you choose to use the team rids. So I have 2 units of peasants which will act as my meat shield. I have 2 units of puppies crossbowmen and 1 unit of crossbowmen militia. So 3 crossbow units for my missiles. Out on my left flank was my general with using a Teutonic Knight. 3 of those, they're fully upgraded, so my army's quite small but kind of well upgraded. I have 5 units of dismounted feudal knights with a bronze shield upgrade, defense upgrade, so they've got the plate armor. And on the other side I have 2 units of armored sergeants, and they got a couple upgrades as well. So my opponent started off with a really thick pike formation there, so I shifted my guys out onto the far right flank there so that it would disorganise his formation, because I don't want to take that face on, because he's got way more infantry than me, and he's got a lot of noble swordsmen and noble pikemen. And I do have more upgrades, but upgrades are not nearly as effective in Medieval 2 as they are in Rome, so it won't be as deadly. So here I pinned down a couple of his noble swordsmen. I get a charge from my light cav here, only light cav, but I do manage to thin it out quite a considerable bit. Over here, I charged my Teutonic Knights in. He's got 3 units of Knights Hospitaller over there, but they're all clumped together. And Teutonic Knights will easily beat Knights Hospitaller in a melee fight. Teutonic Knights are one of the best melee fighting cavalry units in the game. They only got an average charge, but in terms of melee fighting, they are one of the best. So here, a combination of noble swordsmen and noble pikemen and a few Galo Glaciers. This is army over here, so I think about 3 or 4 Galo Glaciers, about 4 noble pikemen, and about 4 noble swordsmen. So he had a lot more infantry than me, but obviously I had more cavalry and I probably had more upgrades. So here I'm going to try and circle him, but as you can see, his sheer weight of numbers is basically causing me quite a bit of trouble.
Need to act.
But I'm going to complete my encirclement here now. Over here, as you can see, I very easily routed his Knights Hospitaller with very minimal casualties to my Teutonic Knights. As I said, Teutonic Knights in a melee fight are very good. They've got an armor piercing mace and some of the best melee stats. They only got an average charge though, but they've still got a decent enough charge to combat. So I start to rout this unit of Galo Glacier over here. And I'm just going to try and use repeated strikes against these noble swordsmen and bits and pieces here. So I sent one of my dismounted feudal knights to stall all these units. As you can see, it does manage to stall them. It will lose, but it's stalling 5 units, which has enabled me to win this fight over here. I move out my crossbowmen onto the flanks out here, and I've got my light cav running support as well. But I've got to be careful here because he can turn his pikes around and be a nuisance. So he's another nice charge. Just repeat the cav strikes and pull in and out. Just typical cav tactics from Medieval 2. As you can see, I've got a complete encirclement now. See, perhaps that tiny wee bit over there, but it's enough to cause some problems. Some easy pickings there. And I'm trying to keep using my cavalry here to basically just continually defeat these guys over here.
The enemy has lost half his
As you
army.
can see, he's taking nasty losses there. So again, just use your cavalry to hit down the enemy heavy infantry, and use your own just to basically fix the enemy. In most cases, I mean, you don't really need to go too hardcore with infantry in a lot of ways. It just depends on the type of battlefield, but a battle like this one, the cavalry will be what wins it for you. And most battles are like this one, so it's fine. So over here, my unit does finally break, but it was holding 5 units. However, I do get some really nice charges into the back of these pikemen, and he does take some nasty damage from them. Now let's keep repeating that. So these Teutonic Knights are doing a lot of damage. So over here is cavalry regrouped, so I see my mounted sergeants and one of my Teutonic Knights to finish it off, because it could be a nuisance. So now he's sending in more guys to support, which is a bit of a bother because he did manage to outflank me there. However, I've got missile units completely in support, where I routed his own missile units, which are a few Highland archers with my mounted sergeants. So over here, I catch the end of pike before it got its pikes down. So it still did quite a lot of damage. As you can see now, I came from the other side as well while he was busy with that. And I'm just going to keep repeating pulling out strikes basically until I can effectively rout them. As you see, I must admit, these guys held for a very long time considering they were encircled. But encirclement, really did do a lot of damage to them. These guys are not being effective at all because they're getting hit in the back with missile fire. So over here, the cav just run down this general there, and they got the other guys coming from the other way. One of them's about to rout, and you're watching this guy hit the whole lot. The whole lot goes in chain routes. So eventually your cav should free you up. So
The Reich shows its obvious superiority through victory.
So basically the Holy Roman Empire is just a better faction in Scotland. Scotland's very popular though. I've run into a lot of players who like Scotland. I don't dislike them, but they're only an average faction in my opinion. Doesn't mean you can't win with them, but the Holy Roman Empire is definitely a better faction. So there's the stats there. I have 809 kills, 118 captures, so just over 900. He has 402 kills, 11 captures. He did have 260 more men than me, I think, so quite a big infantry chord there, but I easily won the cavalry fight. So as you can see, my Teutonic Knights, these guys got both over 100 there, so they got the most. This one didn't really actually get a lot of chance to do a lot. The Feudal Knights, as you can see, came off pretty well for the most part. I think, yeah, that's pretty good. Mounted Sergeants, you see, even light cavalry 94 and 85, and they were just doing, basically the light cav, you get to use it to add support to your heavy cavalry and just to run down archers, and they can still do the odd cav charge. Just got to be a wee bit more quicker at making sure you look after them because they're not going to survive as long. And the Puppies crossbowmen, they had good enough support. So again though, typical medieval 2 tactics really, just use your heavy cavalry to give you the punch you need and use your infantry to pin things down. So basically, I mean, in a general field battle that's most typical, so, but it does vary up, so don't entirely go on that, but that's generally what will happen. But anyway, good game to Maxi 90. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you soon next time.